Hello everyone, this is Renegade Otaku, and welcome to the 2.0 experience. Sorry if you hear any noise in the background, just gardening's happening, neighbours and everything. But yeah, this is the first video that I'm going to be doing, and it's of Titans. It is episode 1, the pilot. So, pretty much, my favourite character is Robin, the first Robin, that is, aka Dick Grayson. Like, out of all comic books and everything, Nightwing's always been my favourite character because he's always been like the opposite to Batman, keep moving forward no matter what is always in his path and everything, So, yeah, and I just really, I got inspired by that and everything, that's why Nightwing is my favourite superhero, but that's about that. So I'm probably am going to be a little bit biased too about Dick Grayson, but yeah, alright, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the situation. So, pretty much, let's talk about the superheroes' costumes. Starfire, well, a lot of people say on Reddit that she looks like a stripper. um, I won't deny that it's a pretty, should we say, accurate description, I guess, but, yeah, to be fair, that was a pretty decent description, but, as well, like, she's supposed to be, like, the alien princess and everything, and they haven't exactly stuck to that story, the origin story, but to say and speculate more on it, I can't say anything because she has got amnesia, so I can't really judge that far into it because I don't know the full story of the show yet, so, the only bad thing I'd probably say, like, between Starfire and Beast Boy is, like, comic book wise, as I'm projecting on the screen here, they're both not, the same color, like yellow Starfire, 'cause she's an alien princess and everything, and Beast Boy's not completely green. I understand why Beast Boy, wouldn't be green for apart from CGI scenes and everything, but Starfire, she's supposed to look like an alien and everything. I mean, they got her eyes right, at least, well, most of the time anyway, because because I'm pretty sure most people have been looking at Starfire's eyes the most because they're very you can get immersed in them when you look at them and everything. There's some good contacts and everything they are. So yeah, but yeah, I wish kind of Starfire was yellow because she's the alien princess and everything. I understand why Beast Boy's not green and everything because yeah, I understand that for Beast Boy anyway, but I would have liked to have seen Starfire yellow just because she's an alien and everything. She's supposed to, be different and everything. Um, so yeah, that's probably that. Let's get on to the meat and potatoes on this. So it's pretty much Raven, yeah. Start of the episode, she has a nightmare and everything about the boy in the circus. She does, and AKA Dick Grayson, and it shows how he loses his parents and everything, and how the Flying Graysons, came to be and everything, how he lost his parents and how he sort of met Batman and you see how Dick's so like tragic, it's just such a tragic scene, but it was played out and like directed beautifully it was. So yeah, I really enjoyed that scene because it stayed true to the comic books and everything with Flying Graysons and pretty much after that, Raven started screaming. She did, because she's having a nightmare and everything. She was, and her mum came in to try and console her. Didn't really work and everything. And Raven's like an empath. She is an empath. I can't say the word very well, but like she can feel what other people feel and everything. She can, and she knows like her mum and everything is scared of her and everything, and she knows that she's got a demon in her and she can't control the darkness that's in her, and it scares her to death. It does. So, yeah, I feel very, I can empathise with Raven. See what I did there? Empath because she's an empath and everything. Yeah. But yeah, I can really empathise with Raven's sort of character and that she's lost, and plus like she's 14, she's a teenager and everything, she's at that age where most teenage girls and everything are still trying to find themselves and everything, just like other teenage boys are the same and everything. You're still trying to find yourself and everything, but because she can feel other people's emotions and feel other people's pain and it goes through her and everything, it just makes everything a hell of a lot harder for her and everything. Plus, she doesn't know about her father yet. um, and that's an interesting subject to go into, but I won't spoil anything about her father and everything. So pretty much after that, you know, she went to school and everything, and pretty much on the bus on the way to school, she got picked on and everything. You know, a boy around me just kept calling her a slut. That was just immature. You know, kids are the fucking worst. They are very cruel. They can be and everything. But you know, another boy tried to stand up for her and everything, but he ended up getting picked on instead and everything. And Raven tried to say thank you to him and everything, standing up for her, but yeah, that didn't work out too well. Plus the demon inside Raven and everything, you know, she pretty much like said like, "You're a slut too," and I was just like, bloody hell. I don't think she's a slut technically because no one wants to be around her, you know, her own age at the moment because everyone's bullying her and she feels isolated. I wouldn't say she's a slut technically, but you know, I get it and everything, you know, and that's also comes into it like self-esteem issues as well, you know. Saying that shit, man, you know, she must have very low self-esteem and everything. So she went as well, like before she left the school and everything, you know, because she couldn't control herself and everything, she ended up like scaring her mum and everything, you know, and she even knows like her mum's scared of her as well, and that doesn't help things matters very much. And when she comes back from school and everything, you know, some guy just come out of nowhere. He's got his gun to her mum and everything, and you know she's completely like, what the hell are you doing to my mum and everything? But this guy just came out of nowhere and everything, and he wants to take Raven away. He does because Raven's the gateway and everything to another world for a certain person that she's related to. I'm not going to go any further into it than that, but they wanted to probably get that other person and everything out of that certain world. And her mother, and we find out, yeah, that her mother, that we've pretty much the person she thought her mother was gonna isn't actually her mother. So what the hell? A bit of random twist and everything, you know. And she ends up getting shot. She does, and Raven just like uses her powers to get away and everything, and she pretty much runs off to Detroit. She does, and then we go and see, and then we pretty much move on to Dick Grayson. We do, and seeing how like Dick is pretty much, you know, he's just left Batman. He has and Robin hasn't been active for at least a year. He hasn't, you know, he hasn't shown up or anything, and he's dealing with you know, he probably didn't want to be in Batman's shadow anymore. That's why he's taking his own road, you know. But he still wants to help people. He does. He still wants to be there, and he still wants to make sure no kids have to suffer the same way he did and everything. But he's still trying to discover the way of like helping people that isn't similar to Batman's. He is. So he decided to become a cop. Obviously, he did in Detroit. So he meets his new partner and everything, and he's distant. He's a bit of an arsehole to her and everything, but he does slowly but surely try and, you know, better himself. He does, and he does make it up with that partner and everything. And he actually talks a bit about Batman. He does as well. You know, he says like he was becoming too much like Batman. He was, and he was losing himself in the process and everything. So he left and everything, so he could like find his own way of justice, you know, and find himself at the same time. So yeah, so he can't sort of make it up to his new partner and everything, even though he's a bit of an arsehole to her and everything. And he doesn't want to ruin his reputation of being an arsehole because he likes to be on his own and everything because he's a bit of a lone wolf and everything. But he still, you know, he still tries to protect the cops as well. He does, and we'll go into that a little bit more as we progress. Starfire, she just wakes up in a car. She does out of her head and everything, you know. And then some guys come up after her and everything, and start chasing her. Luckily, she gets away and everything, so that's good. And she ends up like going to the hotel and stuff. She does. So yeah, good for Starfire and everything. At least she got away and everything. So pretty much, Raven ends up pretty much like going to Detroit and everything to homeless shelter and everything. But you know, the religious cult or whoever is following Raven and everything are trying to like kidnap her and everything. They are, you know, and trying to force her to go somewhere she doesn't want to go. And she knows like these guys are connected to the people that tried to murdered her so-called mum, shall we say. So she runs away and she smashes the police car and everything she does to get away and everything, you know. So she ends up getting arrested and stuff. Meanwhile, Dick Grayson, the boy wonder and everything, pretty much is he just can't. He's looking at all these files of all these sex offenders and everything, and he's just had enough. He has, and he wants to take out his own version of justice on them and everything. You know, because these guys have gotten away with their crimes and everything, and he wants to avenge. You know, he wants to avenge the victims and everything. So he ends up beating the living smeg out of everyone, of everyone those films. And there's an argument for this series. There is that it's too violent and it's too aggressive. Okay, I understand that. Right, I do understand because in the Titans original context, it was never as like violent as what it is, and they never killed anyone like they do in this series. It's a lot of people saying it's edgy as well. Yeah, I can see the argument for that, but like as well in real situations like superheroes versus like villains and everything. The villains are coming at you with everything. They can kill you and everything, and they're not limited to like just like trying to like be like they're not limited to just trying to knock you out and everything. They're legit trying to kill you. So I can understand why the superheroes would want to stand up and everything and kill them. But then the counter argument is pretty much that they are going to, by the superheroes killing the actual villains and everything, that means they're no better because they're taking justice into their own hands. So it does kind of contradict, the point of trying to. I know pretty much though that even if you do try and stamp out all the evil in the world, there's still going to be evil wherever it happens. There's always going to be someone that rise up in that place and everything. So it's a very tough balancing act. It is, and I don't know. Some of the producers that did this, I don't know if they should have made Robin as aggressive because because he's trying to like step out of Batman's shadow, but because Batman's been very aggressive, in his training and everything, he's still copying sort of Batman's way of fighting and everything. Hopefully, as a series evolves, I would like to see like Dick Grayson maybe be a little bit less violent, I guess, but I somehow doubt that's going to happen for at least a few more episodes, until Dick Grayson actually, stops being as violent in the fight scenes. But I still really enjoyed the fight scene. It was pretty epic how he just like scraped that guy's head against the glass, went shh like that. It was pretty good and everything, and that's definitely going to leave a mark. It is a permanent mark. It is, and yeah, and just like the way how he's like, all the guys thought Robin was with Batman when he wasn't, and he's like, oh come on, Birdie, and everything. The guys thought they had the upper hand because he wasn't with Batman. Oh god, they were wrong. They were so wrong. They got their butts whooped by Robin, and it was awesome. So pretty much, yeah, that scene, and then eventually, Robin meets Raven and everything for the first time, or should we say, Dick Grayson meets Rachel, should we say? But whatever. I still prefer calling her Raven because that's her name to me anyway. So yeah, they meet and everything, and because she's an empath and everything, she touches Dick. She does no, she touches the first Robin. I'm not gonna say I shouldn't have said that way, but whatever. She's and she can see like she's like, you're the boy from the circus and everything, and she's trying to be like, I need your help, and everything, because my mother's getting killed and everything. But because we know how the first Robin is at the moment. He feels he's suspicious of anyone and everything. And he feels like he's been compromised. He does, by this girl knowing this, and he thinks it's a prank and everything. And he's like, how do you know this and everything? And he just thinks it's a sick joke and everything. So that's why he doesn't help her and everything at first, at least. And he looks into the matter of her mother being murdered and everything. He does, he does a little bit of research. He does through the phones and everything, and yeah, I just want to know one thing. Yeah, the only like irregularity I'd probably say in the series is how these religious cult guys, yeah, they killed Raven's so-called mother, quotation marks, but they left the body in the open. What kind of murderer leaves the body in the open to be found? Like, for God's sake, like, that's just unprofessional. It's like hitmans and everything, you know? That's just unprofessional. That leaves a bitter taste in their mouths, I bet. Very unprofessional. They should at least hide the body, obviously. There's a bit of an irregularity in the plot line, but I guess it makes sense and everything. But I don't know. But yeah, so he so pretty much as well, Starfire is on her own little mission to try and remember everything, and she ends up like burning alive this Russian guy and everything because she betrayed him and everything she did before she lost her memory and everything, and she's hunting, and we find out she's hunting Raven for some weird reason, and she's obsessed with her. We don't know why yet, we don't, but yeah, she pretty much burns him alive as well. She went supernova on him, legit supernova, and just burned him to ashes. Yeah, there was a cool hotel scene as well when she fired another guy. She did, you know, get to get to the nightclub and everything. That was cool as well because at least she's very powerful and everything. You know, she's still got that super like strength and everything that she had in the original 1980s, like late 1980s Titan comic. So at least she's still got her power, you know, and that strength and everything, and supernova power. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I won't talk too much about Starfire now because there wasn't like really that much information about we got. So let's go back to Robin and Raven. R&R. I had to do that. So pretty much, after Robin finds out and everything that Raven's in trouble and everything, he comes to her rescue and everything because he finds out she's been taken away again and everything, and she gets tranked and she wakes up in this loft, should we say? Pretty much like this abandoned loft or like flat or whatever. And Robin pretty much goes up and saves her and everything he does. Well, he tries to save her anyway. He ends up saving the cop as well because he knows if this cop and everything gets in the way and everything, it's going to complicate matters for him. So he knocks the cop out and everything to try and keep him safe, and that's quite understandable. And he goes to try and save Raven, but Raven doesn't exactly need saving. She doesn't, but she ends up because she's still because of everything that's happened and everything. She's really traumatized and everything, and emotionally she is not stable whatsoever. So she can't control the demon or her darkness that lives inside of her, you know. And her soul self comes out of her body and everything. I really love the special effects of her soul self, and she literally like pretty much she literally like goes into the kidnapper's mouth and everything and like makes him like kills him like I don't like literally makes him bleed from the inside and everything and like self-destructs like his whole body, and then just comes out and everything, and then she just eventually she lets Robin, the first Robin, in, she does, and she just ended up killing him. Like it was brutal the way she did it, and it was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome indeed, and wow, yeah, it was quite interesting. It was so that was quite intriguing. So after that and everything, you know, I think you know she said like I think she also mentioned about, you know, I don't know, like I never really believed in monsters and everything, but you know, like Robin said that he believes in, you know, he believes in all these monsters because he's seen so much of it. Like, you know, imagine because he's seen Killer Croc and everything by now, and he's fought loads of things, and you know he believes in like monsters and darkness and everything, you know, and he's trying to deal with his own darkness as well. He is, you know, he's trying to balance out himself to be a lighter person and find himself and everything. And he's gonna be like Raven's big brother. You know, like he wants to protect her and make sure nothing happens to her now and everything, because she's got no one, and he's been in the same situation where he had no one and everything. And when he was an orphan, now we know like Raven's an orphan, so they can both empathize. They're like both like surrogate brother and sister for each other. You know, that's how I see it anyway. And yeah, so it makes there's a lot of sense how they relate with one another and everything, and it makes great sense how they're both like sort of the main characters because they both empathize with each other because of like the murders of like both like two of like, you know, how Nightwing lost his parents and everything, and how Raven, you know, just lost should we say surrogate mum, I guess, adopted mum, should we say, or should we say kidnapper? I don't know. Well, I don't know if she was kidnapped or not, but hopefully we'll find out more about her as the episodes progress. So yeah, pretty much. And then we see Beast Boy at the end. We do. And yeah, so we see Beast Boy running off playing because he stole some games from was it from a tech shop, should we say, in America. And yeah, that was pretty cool. He just and he transformed into a tiger. He's in the comic books. One of the Beast Boy's main transformations was a tiger, so the CGI was very good for a TV show anyway. So yeah, and he got his games and everything. He's naked as well. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Hopefully, in the later episodes, he will eventually have an outfit where he won't have to get naked, and that would be awesome. Because that probably isn't very practical when when you're fighting and everything. You got to transform and everything, and then you transform into like human mode and everything, and you're naked. You could probably get arrested for being a nudist and everything, and that wouldn't be cool. Public disorder and everything. So yeah, so that was pretty much the end of the episode. For the next episode, Hawk and Dove and everything, and we're gonna see like what relationship Robin has with them and everything. And he's taking Raven there and everything to help her and keep her safe there, I guess, or something like that. So Robin can find some more answers and stuff, hopefully, and and we can see more of how Robin and Raven's relationship develops and everything. And hopefully we'll get more about Starfire. We will as well, and find out more about her amnesia and everything, and maybe she might remember some more stuff as well. So yeah, this is my first ever review and everything. I hope you guys liked it and everything. Renegade Otaku signing out. Peace.